It's late afternoon. You're driving along the highway. Traffic is moving steadily, nothing unusual. Just another day on the road. Then little by little, the cars ahead begin to slow. You ease off the accelerator. You tap the brakes, and the gap in front of you shrinks. At first, your brain does what it always does. It starts trying to figure things out. You assume something must be wrong up ahead. Maybe there's an accident. Maybe there's a police roadblock. Or maybe road construction or a lane closure. So you move slowly with the traffic. You glance at your GPS, checking if there's any sign of what's ahead. Nothing. You lean forward a bit, trying to see past the cars. You look for flashing lights, cones, anything. Then comes the quiet frustration. You move a little, then stop, and then move again. And you start thinking, how long am I going to be stuck in this? But then suddenly, traffic clears. You pass the front of the jam, and there's nothing there. No crash, no construction, no lane closure, no broken down car on the emergency lane. It's like the cars ahead just vanished, and everyone simply goes on their way. What you just experienced is called a phantom traffic jam. A traffic jam with no obvious cause. And here's the interesting part. It wasn't caused by the road conditions. It was caused by people, us. You see, it usually starts with something very small. Imagine a highway where everyone is traveling at about the same speed. There's a safe gap between cars, but not a big one, because traffic is dense. Now picture one driver up ahead. Nothing dramatic happens. They just have a tiny moment of uncertainty. Maybe they think they saw something. Maybe someone changed lanes near them. Maybe they checked their mirrors and felt cautious. Or maybe they just didn't like how close the car in front looked. So they tap the brakes. Not a hard brake, just a tap. But the driver behind them doesn't know it was just a tap. All they see is brake lights. So they brake too. And because humans react with a delay, even a small one, they brake a little harder, just to be safe. Now the next driver behind them sees stronger brake lights and reacts the same way. They brake a little harder again. And this pattern keeps repeating. Each driver is only responding to the car right in front of them. Every tiny brake becomes a slightly bigger brake behind it. And after enough cars, that original tap turns into a full stop. This is why it reaches you. Because the slowdown doesn't stay where it started. It gets passed from car to car. And by the time you reach the front of the jam, the original driver is long gone, never even knowing they started it. That's why phantom traffic jams feel so confusing. They appear out of nowhere and disappear like they were never real. And the more crowded the highway is, the easier this happens. Because when gaps are small, there's no room to absorb mistakes. One small break becomes a chain reaction and turns into a phantom jam. So if you've ever been stuck in traffic and thought, how is there nothing here? You're not imagining it. You were caught in a ripple, a traffic wave made of human reaction time. And once you understand that, the mystery fades. There's nothing wrong. It's just how small reactions stack up when too many of us are moving together. So if next time you find yourself stopping for no reason at all, you'll know why. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.